All right, hey Jim, welcome to AFTERBLAST.
What's up, Oscar? Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good morning. I know it's early there, and appreciate you fitting this in. What do you? I mean, you mentioned you have a crazy work schedule, and I think you mentioned in the last like the interview we did, what you do for work. But what do you do for work again, if you don't mind saying?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm a welder, and so it just metal work and things like that.
So you
Uh,
working like night shifts at a place, like building stuff?
yeah, I work like second shift, so in their long hours. So I get out like, at 2 o'clock in the morning a lot of times,
Damn.
and yeah, so I'm kind of a night owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff you build?
It's like custom fabrication, so it changes quite often, but all sorts of boring, not exciting things. Uh, you know, um, like just custom aluminum, stainless, and steel uh, things. Some stuff for the military, a lot of government work.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's a real like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania
yeah,
job. I mean,
I guess so. Yeah,
wow. Does any of that stuff that you do there, I mean, do you use any of those skills? I mean, noise people solder, like the mini welding, but do you use any of those skills in any of your like things you build for slacking or incorporate into slacking? I know you do like field recordings and stuff like that there.
yeah. I'll get field recordings. I uh I built a few things, like just little things, like little spring boxes and um but yeah, not too much. I'm actually like I kind of suck at soldering. I
Really?
do it, but I'm not like real great at it.
Is it very different from welding?
Uh kind of, yeah. It's just I guess it's supposed to be easier, right? But it
Right.
but yeah.
I've always sucked at it. I haven't tried in like 10 years. I have this like 5 years ago, I bought like a little welding or a little soldering kit because I was like, I'm going to learn again. And it's like sitting still in a here shelf. It's like, I, I think early on when I tried to build contact mics, I built a few and they just started really getting really hummy really quick, like really buzzy. And I don't know. It seems like a very, very basic, useful skill though. Maybe soon I
Sure,
will
yeah.
get into that, but
Yeah,
I've
especially
always
for
sucked
contact
sucked at it.
mics.
Yeah, just basic. I mean, it's like just basic fixing and building stuff. Like
Yeah,
if you can do
sure.
that, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
Um, how you been, man?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Good to. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't.
Congratulations
I
on
don't.
new
What's that?
studio. Congratulations on the new studio.
Yeah, thanks.
That's so
I'm really
cool.
excited about that. I'm really excited. It's still like I still haven't signed the lease, and I still don't know exactly when I'm getting in there. Hopefully, in the next like week, because I told them I want to open by January, and they are. So I'm waiting for the contract.
Yeah, that's so soon too.
I know it's super soon.
Wild.
It happened super quick. It was just like, it was like an idea that I had like theoretically, like it would be cool. And then it was like saw a place and I was like, well, I'll just do it. I don't know. It's like just do it now, I guess. It's not really like calculated out totally. But I think it'll work out. It'll be awesome. I mean, I gotta get out of here anyway. It's like I'm doing all the podcast and label stuff in this room, which like should be our living room. It's like a 1 bedroom apartment. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
kind of it'll be good for everyone. So it'll be
Oh, that'll be
it'll
awesome.
yeah, it'll be awesome. And yeah, hopefully it'll be open for people to come by and hang out
That's so cool. So it's gonna
soon
be
enough.
like a shop too, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a record shop, but I mean, I still don't know how to what extent, and I don't know how soon. Like, I'm not buying like a bunch of stock right now. You know, I'm gonna keep it just like white centipede noise stuff for a while, and maybe some like personal collection items. Think like some like secondhand stuff. I would like to see it like turn into like a real little like noise record store at some point. But I'm gonna see how things go first. And I learned my lesson last time with the distros that like that takes up a lot of focus, like not just time but focus. And I really want the focus to be on the podcast and like the label and developing that like beyond what it is. So using the space for that. And I know if I start getting into like, you know, setting up wholesale packages and trading and buying and like that kind of stuff, and then mail order, I know that's going to take all my focus over there. So
Sure.
we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to plan a lot of releases for the next year. I have a lot of things I want to reissue from the early days of the label, and a lot of new releases that I'm trying to get set up, and trying to focus also like on newer artists that are doing like kind of more radical. I don't know. I don't say more radical. I'm not focusing on anything one specifically, but like I really want to put new noise out there that I think is kind of underappreciated and important. So I do have quite a few releases in the works. So hopefully it will be a shop, but it'll be probably open on just like the weekends for people who want to come by for that, and then the rest of the time it'll probably be like a podcast studio. So when we talked last, you were kind of at the beginning of a wild tear that you're now maybe at the peak of, or maybe coming down from. But you've been playing a ton of live shows. You've gone on a couple tours, right?
Yeah.
It was not an hour and a half ago. About a year and a half ago it was. You put out the album on AAD and some other stuff. Uh, what's up with Slack, and how you feeling with the project?
It's going. Uh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff came out around the same time. It's funny, some of that was sort of intended to be released in 2023, and it's just funny how it all ended up a ton of stuff coming out within a matter of like a month or so of each other.
What came out? What's all come out this year?
Um, this year, um, I did a collaboration with Confounder,
Right,
uh,
which I really like.
one with Henry with Mallard Theory,
Right, yeah, yeah,
um, uh, that four-way Quadrist,
yeah.
um, the CD on AAD. Um, there was a live tape uh, that Summer Interlude put out,
Uh huh. I don't know if I noticed that one.
and and then Tribe to reissue the those older tapes.
Yeah.
I think that might have been it. Uh, then a couple other like collaborations with people I'd done. Like one just came out of Thomas and Jilla and I, um, that we did in like for the uh, show we did together, and he released a tape for that.
What's the
Yeah.
status of the green tea collaboration?
Oh, it'll happen. It's just I need a lot of time because
Yeah,
I sort of things got a little messed up. Um, and there are some people I owe material to that asked me like a long time ago.
yeah,
Uh, so I need to focus on that stuff. I've owned them for a couple of years now. So
sure, yeah, yeah. The new green tea CD. Well, I mean, he's done a few releases probably by now. But the most recent one that I've been listening to is the one that's the Tatuata Al Arcana, and it's
yeah,
so good.
yeah, that's incredible.
It's really good. I think it's really unique, um, and sounds just fantastic. Like the guy really knows how to
Yeah,
like record. Like it's well recorded, well mixed. Like it's not. When I kind of heard the description of it, or if someone had described to me like this mix of like kind of like new age synth stuff that's semi melodic and chordal and like harsh noise, it sounds kind of like a novelty idea. Like, um, hey, let's just mix these two like different things, but it's really like um an organic and sovereign sound, that
yeah,
works really well. You don't hear it and go, oh, this is kind of crazy. It's just like it just sounds really, I don't know, decided and, like, profound.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah, he's
love
a
it.
wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I really, really like it.
Yeah,
Um,
it'd be hard to do it. He sent me some material and, I listened to it and I was like, "This is just, I mean, incredible. I don't know what I can possibly do to this other than,
like, it's
like,
finished.
edit to get together or something," like,
Yeah.
and, so then he took that back because it was more or less completed material on his end and,
Yeah.
sent me some other stuff uh, and it sounds awesome. It'll be easier for me to